Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to City Edition with me, BonBonB. I'm BonBonB. You're very, very welcome and no doubt very, very surprised as well. Yes, I know last week I said that this series was written off, completely written off with regard to DrewPeacock's London of all the problems that I'd had. Well, enough of you have made enough of a noise through various social medias. A few people messaging me on Patreon, a few people through Facebook, through Twitter, and down in the comments as well. Not completely everybody, a lot of people very supportive, but there was a little bit of disappointment. Now, I don't want to disappoint, and having watched back the footage from the two remaining shows that I have, well, it's not bad. It just isn't what I wanted to put across. It's the perfectionist in me. You know, when you do a sketch and people say, oh, that's really good, and you look at it and you go, it's not what I was trying to do. Well, this wasn't what I was trying to do. Having said that, I have got some very solid, reasonable footage from 2 full episodes, and I think it's only fair for those of you that wanted to see it that you get the opportunity to see it. So what I'm going to do this week is I'm going to show you what was episode 2, and next week I will show you what was episode 3. Episode 4, as explained last week, is dead. I've only got about 50% of the show was screen recorded. The other 50% was literally just freeze frame, which was no good. You just hear me talking for 8 minutes, which frankly nobody wants to do. So anyway, that's enough of that. I apologise for all of this, for this mess, for bludging it up as we go along. But anyway, I'm just going to hand you over to a younger Bonbon with what would have been episode 2 of City Edition, but it's now episode 3. Enjoy. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take you for a bit of a drive through some of the non-feature areas of London. Oh, London Black Cap there. Some of the non-London feature areas, like the trying to avoid all of the touristy type areas. We'll cover tourist areas next week, as well as have a little bit of a look at all of the underground stations and that kind of thing next week. But this week, I just want to take you just through a little look through some of the city. Now, this city, as we said last week, there's whole areas of it that haven't been particularly well completed. And we were last week also looking at the population. I did say I was going to leave it for a while. I left it, hoping we would get back up to... Oh, there's a bus coming. Oh, no, it's taking a turning. Sorry, I was a bit worried then. We're going to head up this way. I know it's a one-way street, but we're going up the wrong way. Yes, I was hoping we could... Let's just go and have a look, shall we? I'm going to pause the simulation because of lag. This is a big city with a lot of assets. Loads of assets. And it's going to be laggy. It is going to be laggy. There's not much we can do about it. The only way to get around this is in cinematic mode, and I don't have the opportunity to do that now because it's just been so much trouble. Pausing the game now. Right, there will be no more lag, or very little lag, hopefully. We'll take a little drive up the wrong way, up this one-way street. We'll have a look at some of the architecture. Now, I've got to tell you that it actually does give me the feel of the City of London. If we come up this way, we're going to keep coming up this way here. We've got it's all very tightly squeezed in together. Oh, look, we've got Gez supermarket. Ah, what a great little asset that is. Brilliant. Gez, one of the great content creators out there at the moment. This is like the French Quarter because we've got Pharmacie de la Croix. Yes, I'm sure I pronounced that wrong. Hello, sweetheart. How you doing? Do you want to come and have a? No, okay, right, never mind. Stop harassing the Sims, Bob. We got one of the many underground stations that's going on within the city. And once again, a great London underground station there. Great prop. Asset even. And then right next door, we have got one of the railway stations. Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't know which one this is. It's a terminus. We are south of the railway. So if you're in London, or you know London a bit better than me, perhaps you can tell me what one that might be. I know being south of the railway, it's not going to be London Bridge. It's not Victoria. In fact, Victoria isn't even in the right place on this particular map by his own admission. Let's head back down this way. Okay, right, now, there's a road down here. Ignore all the green fields. This is the incomplete... We're on the edge of London. There's the fields over there. We'll take a little turn up this way. I just want to give you the feel. Oh, look, we've got another one of these. Pharmacie de la Croix. There's more of these than there are McDonald's in London. And there's Jes Supermarket. He's completely pinned down the supermarket. More Jes Supermarkets than Tesco's Expresses. Yeah, we have a look down here. This really does. I get a real feel for the city here. There's a great choice of roads, keeping it really tight, close in together. And like I say, all of these buildings, they really do feel like they are pushed in together. All right, Grandad. Are you the Grandad that He's the same one. Do you remember that one in Asset World a few weeks ago, with the adult bookstore? You know. Yeah, it's the same guy, isn't it? And the police are here. Right, we get to the top here. I'm going to do a little bit of a slalom. I want to come out this way, up to the top here. And we're going to do a little sharp right-hand turn here. And then as we come up here, I think it's a sharp left. I think this is right. And then that one. I think this is the route we want. I'm hoping we can get across. In fact, no, I say we're south of the river. We're not. We're north of the river. I don't know what that railway station was, because we're going to cross the river in a minute. Hopefully, if I haven't got completely lost. This is London. Easy to get lost. Very hard to see any landmarks. Speaking of which, there's the Shard. Very hard to see any landmarks on this particular city. Yeah, we've got to. I'm in the right place. We've got this bridge. And the bridge will take us over to the south side of the river, which I'll have a little look down the river as we're in this location. Yeah, down you can make out Big Ben there, and London Eye, and various other. How did you get here so fast? He's very virile for an old boy, isn't he? Okay, we're going to head over this way. I want to take you... We've been that was obviously a part of the residential area of London, high density residential. We go to a slightly lower density residential area of London, if I can find it. Let's go around this bin lorry. There's a lot of bin lorries going down here. Actually, this whole area about to... Oh, look at this Sports Direct asset. Not seen this before. That is really quite a nice corner asset. Really nice use of the shops here, actually. This once again does feel like, but not just London, but a lot of the shopping parades in and around in the big towns. We've got Boots. That's a pharmacy for those of you that don't know the UK. It's a leading pharmacy in the UK. Domino's, who I think do kebabs or something. Got another Boots. Yeah, that sometimes happens in real life. We've got Barclays Bank, one of the big high street banks there. And the Gap before us, another Barclays Bank. No, we were going this way. I'm getting distracted. I get so distracted by other people's cities. Yellow Taxi. Ooh. Yellow Taxi, no returns. Okay, I'll head down here. We go underneath the raised rail. This one feels really industrial. Really, could do with some more pillars, I think. That is just floating. But anyway, I'm not being super critical on detailing. Cannot be super critical on detailing. It's ridiculous. The amount of work that's gone into this map anyway. It's just no. We're not coming down on people's detailing here. I'm not sure where we are here. Recycling centre. Head a little left here. Come down this route here. I'm not sure where we're going exactly, but I do know where you can see the changes of the buildings as well. So come down to this area. These are more the whitewash feel, sort of like a more well-to-do area, possibly down this way. These buildings look great, but it's not the area that I'm looking for at the moment. So I'm going to keep heading down this way. There is somewhere down here a nice, well, I call it low density compared to the city centre. It's low density residential down here somewhere. Let's head down this. Ooh, is this? I'm not sure. I'm lost. I'm going to keep going. You know what? This is fun. I'm actually enjoying this. What's going on here? We've got another Boots pharmacy. Reusing the same asset, and quite right too. Quite right too. This is perhaps I'm in a bus lane going up here. It seems 3 lanes against. What is going on here? I'm not sure. We got hello. I think this is a cricket ground, if I remember rightly. Colossal Field. Right. Now, I think that this is a cricket ground. I thought it might be Lord's, and then when I looked on Google Earth and the Google Maps, Lord's is in a completely different part of the city. So it's definitely not Lord's. If I come through these buildings here, how do we get into here? Is there a way in without actually going through the building? I'm going to just nip through this wall. Hope you don't mind. Sorry. Oh, hello. There's a grill going on here. There's some blue glitching. That's my fault. Ah. No, it's apparently it's a baseball stadium with well, this is where I think people come here to get high. No, it's not baseball. Look, this is a cricket wicket. That is a cricket wicket. I'm going to have to pop out. So let's come out of there we go. That's the view I meant to be in. Right, so yeah, I was floating underneath the soil. Do they let people wander across the cricket pitch in a stadium like this? I don't think they do. But yes, this is I thought it was a baseball stadium. Do you know what? It may have been a reappropriated baseball stadium and had a cricket pitch put into it. Now that would be clever, because we do have terracing only on like 2.5 sides. This does feel a bit like a baseball stadium remade into a cricket park. But anyway, and yeah, Dino Oil. Of course, Dino Oil. Where were we? I'm not quite sure. I'm going to pull up. I just need to get a feel for where we are. We're virtually there. Now pop down, back down to ground level. It's fine. We're not lost. We are not lost. We're totally lost. Okay, we'll take a little right here. And right, we are somewhere. Tony and Guy's. Wow. We've got a Tony and Guy in my town. French Connections, Cafe Nero. Recognising a lot of these brands. Poundland, of course, Poundland. What's we got here? It's the Squirrel. This is a great. This is Rick K4000 made that. I could be wrong. It might have been Lost Gecko, but I think it's Rick K4000. And another sports direct. Now, look at this. We are getting into low density. I did promise you, didn't I? I did say about an hour ago. We've got football pitches up to it. Yeah, have a little kick around. This is all good. Right, I'll take centre. You head up the wing. You head up the wing. Right, let's quick go. You ever done that to somebody? Send them on a run and then just gone the other direction. Right, okay, we've got a red light, but we're going to ignore it because the game is in simulation pause. Hello, buddy. How you doing? Yeah, you checking to make sure you don't get run over. Right, okay. We are now going into... Oh, hello, vehicles. Right, yes, we're now heading into low density areas. This is just feels like a proper high street, a proper UK... And then look, now we're into these areas where, once again, the bin men are going to turn up, clearly, and come and clear all the garbage. But yes, this just feels like... I would say London suburbs. It's not quite suburbs, but it's definitely. I mean, everybody's packed in together. Suburbs would be a lot more green than this, but the terraced housing. It's just really. It's got a real lovely feel to it, and it's good work. It's good. Mona, all I like about some of this city and the trouble that I've had getting it to load. We get something like this and we go, wow, this just feels great. What a great view of the Shard from down the street as well. I wonder what street this one is. Now, it's not a one-to-one scale city. It's not a one-to-one scale city. I wish I could tell you that it was. But that draws away from some of the accuracy. Clearly, we'll head up this way. I'm going to take a little trip down this route here. Down the opposite side. We'll see if we can get back in towards the City of London. I don't know. I'm not a taxi driver. I don't have the knowledge, which is what taxi drivers, they do a test to say whether they know their way around the city. I'm not going to go to the edge of the city build. We're going to try and get back into the City of London via these roads. That, I think, is the thing to do. We do that, then we're going to quickly... this way. Should we go this way? Oh, look, edge of the map. No, don't want to do that. Come this way. And... oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Oh, look, Canary Wharf. I can see Canary Wharf. I want to go cross-country to Canary Wharf. No, Canary Wharf is the next episode. There we go. We're going to have a look at the big city next time. It's coming up here. What on earth is going on here? That's a detailing issue. There's a star for that. Down this way. I'm completely lost. We'll go this way. And that way. I definitely feel like I'm getting in towards the city somewhere. What's that? That's the central station. Don't know what station that's supposed to be. Shall we pull up and have a look? I think we should. Yes. So we've got... it's not even connected. Not even. So okay, right. Okay, I'm not gonna. We were actually really close, actually, to getting back. We were right up on Tower Bridge here. Tower Bridge. Let me pop back into that mode there. Tower Bridge there. So we were right on the brink of actually getting back into the city. So I didn't think I did too bad there. Now, in terms of, I just want to cover one other thing, because we had a look at this railway station which isn't connected. We do have some railways on the top northern edge of the city, up here, which are not, well, they're connected, but they're not in the right locations. I think this is work in progress, you know. Now, I want to get people coming in and out of the city. I want to connect these things up. Is probably what Drew was thinking. And so these are great stations. Okay, some of the detailing is not so great, but yeah, I can understand why. I can understand why. This is an amazing. Oh, look at this. Oh, now that. I think this is we'll come up here. Is that a British? They are British flags. Oh, British flag. German. Is that Belgian flag? Yeah, I think that's a Belgian flag. Was that German? I don't know. I should know. I don't know. But yeah, that's a great. Anyway, what I'm trying to point out here is there are stations here which are ready for relocation into the correct location in the city if you're going to take on the city yourself. Victoria is missing from the city centre. How you're going to get Victoria into the city centre, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. I know it's north of the river and only just, but I'm not entirely sure where it would actually live, because it's not a one-to-one scale map. There probably isn't enough room. But Victoria is like one of the main stations. Surely, I don't know. Anyway, I think that's going to have to do for this week. We've had a good old look around at some of the residential. We started off. I'll just show you the route we took. We started off down here. We followed these roads up this way. We cut across that bridge, and then found ourselves into this nest of houses over here somewhere. I think these are the ones. Yeah, you can recognise those buildings. So that's what we took. There's we got some residential type areas, high density down on this side as well. We could come down here and have a quick look at these as well. Oh, glitching into the buildings. Once again, slightly wider roads here. It has a bigger feel of affluence about it down here with the bigger buildings and commercial going on as well. So, but anyway, there's lots to do. Come back next time, we'll have a look at some of the landmarks and have a quick look at some of the transport infrastructure. I'm going to start the simulation up and get a bit of movement there as well. Thanks very much for watching, for commenting, for liking and for subscribing, and for bearing with me in this, which is turning into a bit of a train wreck of a mini-series. Hopefully, and next month's map, next month's city, keep calling it a map, next month's city will be a lot more straightforward to be able to cover. I've been BonBonB, you've been very, very welcome. Join me on Friday for Duvo, where we're going to put a little bit more into my next city build. And then Tuesday next week, of course, for more City Edition.